There's a moment right before you hit send or post or even sleep when your brain whispers, wait, what if this goes wrong? And that whisper one turns into a 2-hour mental documentary about every possible scenario. If that sounds familiar, you might be an overthinker. But here's the twist. Overthinking doesn't mean you worry too much. It might mean your brain is trying to protect you in ways you don't even notice. So let's unpack the 6 hidden habits of an overthinker. And at the end, I'll show how one of them might actually be your superpower. 1. The prediction loop. Overthinkers are mental time travelers. You replay the past or pre-play the future, imagining every possible outcome before it happens. Behaviorally, this is your brain's threat simulation system at work. It evolved to keep you safe, like rehearsing danger before it arrives. But when it never turns off, life starts feeling like an endless what-if rehearsal. And that rehearsal leads straight into the next habit, one that convinces you thinking is the same as doing. 2. The mental to-do list. You might feel like you can't relax until you've figured everything out. It's not just planning, it's mental overmanagement. Psychologists call this cognitive load overcontrol. Trying to think through problems so completely that you trick your brain into feeling in control. Except real control comes from action. And when thinking replaces doing, that's the trap. Now, what happens when that control starts turning into self-doubt? 3. The self-interrogation. You replay conversations. You overanalyze people's reactions, and you ask, did I say something wrong? Behaviorally, this comes from a social survival instinct. Humans are wired for belonging, so your brain scans for social threats the same way it scans for physical ones. The problem? The threat detector doesn't know the difference between danger and discomfort. And that over-awareness doesn't stop at people. It even extends into your own decisions. 4. Decision paralysis. Overthinkers dread making the wrong choice, so they collect data, analyze, wait until the choice expires. This is called the analysis paralysis effect. Ironically, it comes from emotional intelligence gone too far. You're so tuned into possible consequences that you forget to tolerate uncertainty. Which brings us to the next one, how overthinkers turn imagination into anxiety. 5. The catastrophe cinema. This is when your brain runs worst-case scenarios like movie trailers. One question turns into a feature-length disaster film. What if I fail? What if they leave? What if everything falls apart? Neuroscientists say this is the same network used for creative visualization. Your imagination, the thing that helps you dream and solve, is also the tool your fear hijacks. But here's the interesting part. That same network is what makes overthinkers brilliant in another way. 6. The hyperconnector. Overthinkers don't just see what is, they see what could be. Your brain connects patterns faster than most, anticipating outcomes, reading emotions, predicting meaning. Cognitively, that's divergent thinking. Yes, it can fuel anxiety, but it's also what fuels creativity, empathy, and insight. So, your superpower as an overthinker? It's awareness, the ability to see more layers than most people ever notice. The key is learning when to observe your thoughts instead of solving them. If this resonated with you, try noticing which habit shows up most often this week. Don't fight it, just name it. Awareness is the first step out of overthinking, and sometimes that's enough. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit subscribe for more insights on human behavior. Not motivation, not fluff. Just the science of how we think, feel, and act.